Alrighty, folks. This here is my 68 Massey 165. One of the first big field tractors I bought. I've owned this tractor for 9 or 10 years now. I think 10 years. And it's been a fantastic tractor for me. Done a lot of good work. A lot of brush cutting, square baling, tethering hay, raking a little bit of hay. Just kind of a all-around utility tractor. Now, a couple of years ago, the clutch started giving me problems to the point where it's sticking together. So it doesn't want to disengage. So I didn't use it for too long. And then I moved it actually to a friend of mine's to run a silage blower that we use to blow wood shavings into his chicken barn, which is a perfect job. Only has to move about 4 times. The clutch will release if you sit on it, but it just takes a bit of time. So it's obviously down to the rivets and stuck. I want to split this old boy, which is right here. I did go ahead and while it was here, I repainted this whole, the red, and then this, all the silver and black and the grill on top. The rest of it's all original paint. And if it's in the sun, it's definitely a little duller, but you know, they only wear their work clothes once. But this was to the point it was fading, completely faded, and getting pretty rusty down here. I can put a picture of it. And this was pink with whatever red was left. A bunch of years ago, I put brand new front tires on it, repainted those wheels. And those look good because they were pink as well, like the back. So yeah, just an all-around nice, solid, clean original tractor. And it's just time that she gets a clutch. This tractor only has about 4,100 hours on it. And it's got the smaller of the engines you can get. I believe it's only a 2.8 or a 3 point something liter engine, little Perkins diesel. But yeah, it makes every bit of 60 horsepower and not a lot of torque, but definitely gets the job done. Oh, my friends, we have made some progress. We have got the hood off. We've got the fuel tank out of it. We have got a string being able to run through everything here that attaches the back half to the front half here. Disconnected a bunch of these lines, capped them off, color coordinating everything. I'm just in the process of taking out a couple bolts to get started here. And this little guy, it's a pretty nasty little guy to get to, so figured I'd get him knocked out first. I do have it sitting here on jack stands with a couple bolts. I'm hoping that's enough. I got the back ones wedged in, and the back ones are wedged in. These ones, yeah, have a pipe to hopefully give it some more strength. And I'm just in the process of figuring out what to do underneath here. Yeah, this side we got the starter off. Fuel line's disconnected again. And the power watt for the alternator, because I just actually converted this thing literally a week ago to one wire. And built my own bracket for the bottom, and just a GM AC Delco one wire. Got the tack disconnected here. So yeah, we're slowly making progress here. I'm just gonna figure out a jack for underneath. Probably gonna lay a piece of metal down so it can roll a little easier than my fantastic floor I got. And I bet you a couple more hours I can get this thing apart. Also went ahead and got wedges underneath the front axle, because yeah, once it's apart, everything will tip back and forth. So I got this decent hardwood stuff and cut those up, stuffed those underneath with a hammer, and yeah, hopefully that works out. Alrighty, well, I think we're there. I believe all the bolts are out. I don't think I have to take those guys out. Those guys on each side. And there's nothing else underneath. Nope. But you can see there's daylight in there. I'm to the point I'm getting terrified. I don't want to hurt the old sweetheart, so I'm going to get you guys set up. And we're going to proceed to try and get this thing apart, I suppose. Hopefully this goes good. We'll use the old tripod. We'll flip you guys around. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's see what happens. I wish I had somebody pulling on the jack. I feel it creaking and groaning. Well, by golly. Pull on the jack. Good movement. My goodness. Well, there we go. I suppose it's apart. All right, I gotta go grab another jack stand. But we can walk through there now. I don't know how I feel about it, but here we are. The size of that clutch is amazing compared to the engine. No wonder they last forever. Or 4,000 hours, I guess, in this case. But yeah. So it's a dual acting clutch. So with the dual acting clutch, this is the PTO and this is the transmission. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know how I'm gonna line all that back up again. So it works out pretty good because yeah, I can stick you on the tractor. So I'm gonna assume these are 1/2 inch. And I have no idea how this works, but we're gonna F around and find out. I'm sure it's gonna be a not so fun time. I probably shouldn't do that one yet. gonna make a big mess. I can just feel it coming. This is, oh no. Oh no, no, no. Well, we keep going. There goes one disc. Well, not turning back now. There's a lot of material still on that one. I almost have a feeling this tractor did a lot of driving and not PTO work. Gentle. Take all these out. Oh, goodness. Whoa, what a unit. Holy mackerel, what a unit. Well, this side's not to the rivets. But that side is. Can't believe how nice that looks. That should come right off of there. There it is. It's not even to the rivets. It just got gummy. Huh. I mean, it's definitely not good, but I don't know how much you can see there. So what happened here is I must have a rear main leak or something happening. And I mean, you know, you can see it shining. That ain't supposed to be shining. So there's your problem. Pilot bearing is mint. Oh man. All right, well, here we go. You can definitely see it was gummy. This is the only shiny part here, so then the disc would have been sticking, and this would have been just like glue. So I mean, honestly, that clutch was probably good for another 1,000 hours at least the way we were using it, but this would never work. And to be honest with you, I don't know how you would clean it aside from just letting the clutch rub, but then like even here too, this is all, it's like coal, premature clutch wear, because it's only wearing on this piece here. So that's the shiny side that's supposed to be up against the engine. And this is the other side. This is more or less what it's supposed to look like. Shiny, but not like greasy. No, this looks good, this side here. So, and this, the pressure plate looks good. It's just got markings in it, but even still too, to the finger, it's nice. There's no cracks in it, but I mean, I don't know how there would be. It's like, where's my measuring tape here? Canada. This piece is like 1 inch thick. This whole thing is huge. $11 inch. And yeah, the PTO clutch, you can see it in there. There's tons of material left on it. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to disassemble this unit. Anyhow, folks, that's gonna do it for now. I'll definitely be back with this. Got to figure out where to get a new clutch and all that sort of stuff. And I'm not sure if to get one off the old Jungle website, or if the Scamazon Bay or Scam Bay, whatever you want to call it there too. probably just gonna end up going to the dealership and seeing what they have and going from there. Anyways, folks, thanks for watching. Definitely will be back. Appreciate it. Catch you guys later.